Hello, boys, and welcome to my last day of school stream. And this is exciting. And I cannot forgive myself for this. And yes, I'm officially leaving school next year. Thing to come, and all of them. That is awesome. That is the greatest thing to ever come in existence. Oh my god. Okay. See this here. Some bids.
Soon enough. Because as much as GameXplain got mostly everything, there is still much more to tell. And yes, I do know about that Mega Man Star Force outfit. Look at it! But today, I want to focus on a more serious topic of discussion, and that is, why did it
Kidding me?
take so long,
Yeah.
over 7 years, for Mega Man to finally make a return? And what are the developers' thought process behind the new Mega Man 11 of the legacy KJ Inafune left behind for the Mega Man franchise? He was one of the 6-man team that worked on the original NES game in 1987, and eventually stepped up to take over the brand itself not long after, ushering the franchise through several console generations, spanning over 100 games, including mainline games and spin-off series too. In fact, if it wasn't for Inafune-san and his team working on Mega Man 2 while off the clock, he have been a one and done, never given a second chance. That is why his sudden resignation from Capcom in 2010 shook the Mega Man universe, pun intended. Not only for the fans, but for the developers as well. Mega Man 11 producer Kazuhiro Tsukiya had this to say: "To be honest with you, when Inafune left, it was a difficult atmosphere within the company. It was difficult for somebody to step up and say, I really want to work on Mega Man. Inafune-san was definitely a brand leader for the franchise. He helped pave the way for its success, and he had a lot of brilliant ideas. That's an absolute truth. So when he left, there was a sense of emptiness and a sense that no one was appropriate to pick up the mantle, pave a new vision for Mega Man. When Inafune-san was still our boss, he said, don't let brands stagnate. Always keep moving forward. Yes, we did have a 7-year absence, but it doesn't mean that we stayed still. Forward in trying to figure out what to do next. With the creative mind of Inafune-san gone, the developers at Capcom were about a captain to steer the Mega Man ship forward, and thus that ship sailed into a thick fog, likely never to be seen again. Now, guys, it's true we do meme on the guy sometimes because of Mighty Number 9. As a how much he meant to the developers at Capcom. During his time there, the man was the core of the whole operation. It is in a serious tone that I can say, thanks, Inafune. While the proverbial Mega Man ship was lost at sea, though, we questioned and argued amongst ourselves whether Capcom still cared about the blue guy at all. Has there been no games due to their most recent entries not selling well? That Mega Man was never a best-selling franchise. In fact, if you look on Capcom's top-selling Mega Man games, the best-selling Mega Man game was Mega Man 2, only at the 49th spot. And according to Capcom Japan's website, only 4 Mega Man games actually sold 1 million copies. The other 3 games being Mega Man Battle Network 4 at 55, Mega Man X at 68, and Mega Man 3 at 77. So, was the developer really going to iconic characters which defined them in their early days to just die? Thankfully, there were members within Capcom wondering the same thing. One such developer being Koji Oda. Quote, Oda, I still feel like this Mega Man is one of the most important
Why is this always glitching over?
At the end of the day, we ask ourselves, what does Capcom need to do for its fans? Should we toss them aside? I felt like that would be a foolish gesture. Mega Man is such a treasure to the company that it would be a waste to let him go because someone left. Interesting to note that Koji has never been involved with the development of any Mega Man games before. So you know it's bad when someone outside the Mega Man development circles thinks the Blue Robot should come back. At least he was an outsider until now. Over the past 7 years, Capcom has received a few internal pitches, quote unquote, to give Mega Man that E-Tank he really needs. But Oda himself was the first person to receive the green lights of approval from the bigwigs over at Capcom. Thus,
I'm going to go onto my channel and let's my social blades. Yeah, 9. Yeah. What for, baby? Yes. Yes. Okay.
Koji Oda was selected to direct the next mainline Mega Man game. After a long hiatus, it was time for a mega comeback. To give you some background on the director of Mega Man 11, Koji Oda has been working at Capcom since 1991 on such games such as Super Golden Ghost, The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, Mighty Final Fight, the original Resident Evil, which interestingly started as a Super NES game according to him, Resident Evil 0, Dead Rising, Chop to Your Drop, and the 2014 Strider reboot. Oda had this to say on his experience in the 1980s. Sometimes you would buy a game and it would be a Kasuge, which literally translates into poopy game. But then there was Capcom, which always had the Capcom logo on it. Those games were always promising. There were no Kasuge coming out of Capcom. That was the main reason I decided to apply to work there. I figured that if a company was able to make games that were this fun, they had to be fun to work there. Now Oda would just have to make sure that the next Mega Man game doesn't become a Kasuge. When the conceptual phase began, Oda ordered the development staff to replay every mainline Mega Man Classic and Mega Man X game while taking note of the things that made each game special. Oda also started scouring message boards and reading fan surveys from America about their favorite moments. Why America, you ask? Because
America.
apparently Mega Man is the most popular here in the States. Quote, Sukiya, to be honest with you, I don't know why Mega Man is more popular in America. This is just purely speculation, but I think the games where players are able to showcase how good they are, I feel like those games tend to be more popular in the States, and Mega Man is like that. Quote, Oda, it's always interesting reading the feedback from America.
Are you
It's
kidding
almost
me?
like
My
they're talking
dog
about
is
a game
moving
that came
now.
out yesterday, even though it's been so many years. I find it interesting opening up that survey box to see what they had to say. While they did survey America, we also know that Capcom surveyed Japan back in 2016 with the release of the 3DS version of Mega Man Legacy Collection. One of the questions bluntly asking if they would be interested in a Mega Man 11. This was arguably the first sign that the new game was to become a reality, followed by very subtle teases such as Capcom inserting the concept art of Mega Man's new quote-unquote Brickman power, as we're calling him, into Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, inserted under the Mega Man 8 art. Then finally, the announcement of Roll's new design at Tokyo Game Show this year, cleverly under the guise of a Nindoroid figure. Capcom gave the development team freedom to do whatever they wanted with the next Mega Man game, so they came up with several different concepts. Would they make a new Mega Man altogether, or stick with its roots? Quote, Oda, you could build a mountain of all the different concepts we came up with, but we wanted to make sure that whatever we implemented would maintain that simplicity and durability of gameplay. It's called Mega Man 11, but there was actually a heavy amount of discussion to get us to that point. A lot of us asked, what do we want to call this? Do we want to take it in a brand new direction and call it something totally different? At the end of the day, we decided we wanted to be as straightforward as possible and tell people this is what you've been waiting for. As part of all the concepts the design team came up with, they also toyed around the idea of redesigning Mega Man. Quote, Koji Oda, we thought about making him super masculine. We asked ourselves, do we want to make him look super pretty? Do we want to give him some glasses? But ultimately, we decided that none of that was necessary, so we went back to his classic look. Art director for Mega Man 11, Yuji Ishihara, who has been at Capcom since 1995 and has been a part of games such as Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Battle Network, came up with a perfect formula for designing Mega Man. Quote, Ishihara, I think if you break Mega Man down into 10 points, he has 6 points in cool, 3 points in cute, and 1 point in naive. The resulting new look for Mega Man stays true to himself, while adding elements that reference his designs as seen in Super Smash Bros. 4. He also appears taller, leaner, and slightly more mature. Other characters have gotten redesigned as well, including Roll, Rush, some new and old enemies, and as recently revealed in Famitsu, Dr. Wily, who's looking quite spiffy with that red tie.
Yeah.
When the concept had been fleshed out, it was time to build a team that would bring their ideas to life. Oda pulled some strings around Capcom and handpicked a few of his favorite designers. In the latest Game Informer video, the two lead developers mentioned that they have a good mix of Mega Man veterans, industry veterans who have never worked on a Mega Man game itself, and young developers who grew up with Mega Man and wanted to work on a new game in the series. So you have a wide variety of perspectives. Oddly, though, many of them were hesitant to work on a new Mega Man game. Now, why could that be? Quote, Zukia, I think some of that doubt stems from the fact that Mega Man has such a long history. It's been 30 years in the making, and Mega Man has such a core fan base. I think that when you have a dedicated fan base, the expectation to deliver is that much higher. When you have a franchise like this that has had more than a 7-year absence, that hole of expectation is so big that you have to ask yourself, can that hole be filled? Can we actually expectations? Speaking of expectations, we remember how Mega Man 9 and 10 went back to the 8-bit style. And while it was cool at first, admittedly it got stale the second time around for some people. Director Koji Oda was thinking the same and decided it was finally time to move forward. They took their favorite levels from Mega Man 5 and 10 and redesigned them into a new art style as you see in the game. This helped the team make sure that the new art style was fitting to Mega Man's classic gameplay, which of course is an integral part to the series. Quote, Oda, late in the series, we had heightened the animation quality so much that it actually impeded the controls, and it was less intuitive to figure out combat timing. That was a hurdle that we had to tackle for this. That was something I felt we had to address, because by pushing the visuals forward, I felt we risked taking a step back in gameplay. One of the biggest things I learned in my time in games is mastering the controls. No matter how good the visuals are, or how good the sounds are, at the end of the day, if you pick up and play the game, and it doesn't feel right, then it's a failure. Oof, is that another jab at my number 9 I just heard? I mean, Mega Man 11 itself looks like a giant punch to begin with anyways. Calm down, guys. Oh, joking aside, it sounds like Koji Oda's mind is in the right place regarding the controls. But what did Game Informer feel about the demo that they played? Fortunately, they report that the controls feel as tight and precise as the 8-bit games, despite the new visuals, which is wonderful to hear. The charge shot and slide maneuvers also return, with the developers considering having to slide on one button instead of the combo attack and jump. And they also mentioned how 70% of the new enemies in the game are going to be brand new, with the other 30% of enemies being old favorites. It really seems like Koji Oda and his team are aiming to put everything they've learned from 30 years of Mega Man games into Mega Man 11, and not just pandering to Mega Man 2 like the last two entries did. And I gotta say, I like the way this man thinks. Reading these interviews honestly gets me a little giddy, because what I'm hearing about here is a team that knows exactly what they're doing, and that they are in tune with the needs and wants of the Mega Man fans. And I couldn't ask for more from the next All-Star Mega Man development team. Let's hope that Mega Man 11 turns out as good as it looks, and paves the way for a true revival of the franchise. Mega Man is back in 2018, and I can't wait. We have already touched on some details today, but I will be back for the full report on everything we know about Mega Man 11 itself, so please look forward to it. I have been Shadowrock, and for more on Mega Man 11 and other things Mega Man, you're already in the right place at Shadowrock DX. Thanks for watching, and rock on! This is definitely not just a trial balloon. We're definitely not experimenting. We don't even have the bandwidth to experiment. This is about pulling everything we have and everything we know into one project and making it happen. We're using our prior experience and knowledge to strengthen ourselves and reach.
Oh, good video. So being a little shit puppy. Watch the fucking
Hey everyone, welcome to the ranking. Here's my ranking of all the Christmas Carol movies. Yes, I'm continuing on with my Christmas themed videos, and this one, I thought this would be an interesting ranking because A Christmas Carol, or Scrooge, Christmas Carol, that's
Stop
what it's
it,
originally
you
called.
shit.
Based off the Charles Dickens novel, A Christmas Carol is such a beloved story about Ebenezer Scrooge getting haunted by 3 ghosts just to show him the will of how to be a good person and how to respect Christmas and stuff. Everyone knows the story of A Christmas Carol. There is like a gazillion movies about A Christmas Carol and stuff, and it was really hard to do a ranking of this because there's like 40 movies and stuff. There's a lot of straight to DVD ones, a lot of TV movies and specials. There's a lot of just movies in general about A Christmas Carol stuff. So I can't do every adaptation of A Christmas Carol. I can only do the ones I've seen. So I've seen 11 adaptations of A Christmas Carol. So those are the ones that I'm going to do. One of them, some people will say that doesn't count, but still I'm going to count it anyways. These 11 films I've seen. This is the Christmas Carol movies that I've personally watched and stuff. And most of them are the popular ones that most people have seen, but some of them I bet a lot of people haven't heard of. Some for good reason, but yeah, let's not waste any more time. Here's my ranking of the Christmas Carol movies from my least favorite to my favorite. So let's get started. Coming in number 11 is Christmas Carol, the movie, the animated movie. Yes, this movie came out in 2001. And this movie has Nicolas Cage and Kate Winslet and other actors. And this movie is absolute garbage. This is an ugly animated film. It doesn't have the Christmas spirit or the Christmas joy, and I just didn't find any enjoyment out of it. And just out of all the Christmas Carol stories, it felt like the least loyal of the adaptations and stuff. And how they did Ebenezer Scrooge was not really well done. Again, the animation was ugly and cheap looking. It had no Christmas joy or Christmas spirit stuff. The ghosts don't even look that good or anything. There's nothing even funny, or there's not even a really good message to it. It's like the same pandering message as most of them. There's nothing new or different or unique about it. It's just a very ugly kids movie, and yeah, it's one of the worst adaptations of A Christmas Carol I've ever watched, and it's awful. Coming number 10 is A Christmas Carol, 1999. This is the one with Patrick Stewart. This was another, I think, TV movie and stuff. This one, again, was not good. Patrick Stewart does give his all in the film, and I give him that, but it's still not really well. It's very clunky. A lot of the supporting cast gives some very hokey, very cheesy, very over-the-top acting, especially some of the actors that play the spirits. Very hokey acting, and I don't know, just everything about it just felt kind of, been there, done that. There's nothing, again, there was no distinct style about this movie. It just felt like another Christmas Carol movie with some really bad acting, with the exception of Patrick Stewart. That's the only thing this movie gets. Patrick Stewart is enjoyable, but everything else, not so much. Coming number 9 is Scrooge, 1970. This is with Albert Finney, not George C. Scott. Albert Finney is in this movie, and just like what I said with Patrick Stewart, that's the only reason to watch this movie is Albert Finney. Albert Finney is really good as Ebenezer Scrooge. He does the grumpy scenes really well, like when he's doing the bop and stuff, and telling people off and being a complete asshole. Albert Finney's great at that. But anytime he has to show fear, I didn't buy it. And even when he turns good at the ending, I didn't buy it and stuff. I bought him as the asshole, but not as the nice guy and stuff. And everything else, it kind of just looked cheap looking, this movie. Again, I didn't like the look of the spirits and stuff, especially the ghosts of Christmas Yet to Come. I don't like how they did it in this movie. I don't know, again, it feels like I've been there, done that. There's no distinct style or just nothing remotely enjoyable about this Christmas Carol adaptation. There's a lot of good ones, but just this one is the one I tend to avoid over Christmas. Like the other ones, and yeah, not a fan of it. Coming number 8 is A Christmas Carol, 2009. This is the one with Jim Carrey. This one I do enjoy. This one I like. Yeah, we went from I don't like to like. Yeah, there's none I find just okay. Just I don't like those ones. These ones, all these ones now, I enjoy all these versions of Christmas Carol. This is the Jim Carrey one. I thought Jim Carrey was really good. I liked how he did all the voices of the ghosts, Jacob Marley, and Ebenezer Scrooge, and he did a very good job. The animation, the stop-motion animation, was really well done. Zemeckis directed this movie, did a very good job. It has that Christmas spirit and the Christmas colors and stuff. I did like the ghosts. I didn't like Ghost of Christmas Past because all he does is whisper the whole time. It was kind of annoying. But the present ghost and yet to come was really well done. Again, Scrooge was done very well. I love they got Colin Firth in the movie as his nephew. He was really good. Then as Bob Cratchit was really good. And yeah, there was a lot of really good voice acting in this movie. And a lot of nice, cool colors and stuff, vibrant colors, Christmas colors in the movie. There were some scenes that were done really, really well. Like that scene when he has to look Bob Cratchit in the face. Really, really compelling scene. I don't like how they did how the Ghost of Christmas Christmas Present, how he disappears and how he turns into a skeleton and stuff. That was weird and made no sense and everything. And yeah, there's a few scenes that do tend to drag a bit, and I'm just like, oh, okay, keep going. Let's get the story going and stuff. But I think as a whole, it's still a really good adaptation, and I do enjoy it. I do pop it on every Christmas and have fun with it. And yeah, I do like it. Coming number 7 is A Christmas Carol 1930. Reginald Owen as Ebenezer Scrooge. This is the classic black and white version of Christmas Carol. Really good, very atmospheric. Reginald Owen is absolutely great as Ebenezer Scrooge. Again, it is a lower budget because this is being the 30s and stuff. They didn't have the high-end effects and everything, but I think the spirits are done really well. I like how they did the Ghost of Christmas Past. That was really good. How they did the backstory a little differently in this movie was really good. And I thought it was a really good, loyal adaptation. It has the atmosphere and has the good performances. That's what puts it on the edge for me. And yeah, it's not as good as the other ones that I'm going to name, but it's still a really good watch. Coming number 6 is Scrooge 1951. This is with Alastair Sim. This is a damn good film. Again, a lot has to do with Alastair Sim. Alastair Sim is probably one of my favorite Ebenezer Scrooge. My second favorite, probably all in all. He is so good in this movie, Alastair Sim. He is amazing in this film. How he does the grumpy Scrooge and how he turns the tide and becomes a nice guy. Completely bodied. He does an amazing job in this film. It's also a very beautifully shot film. You know, it's a black and white film. How they show the snow and all the Christmas trees and stuff. They do it very well in the cinematography. How he turns the tide. This is probably one of the creepiest movies. They show some very creepy and almost frightening imagery in this film. It's done extremely well. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus. Especially the scene with Jacob Marley coming and with all the spirits and stuff. That was intense and stuff, and just, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a little unnerved right now. The only problem I have with this movie is it's like I said with some of the Christmas with the Jim Carrey one, I said it drags a bit. This one doesn't drag enough. I feel like this movie was rushed too much. How they did his past, they kind of like skimmed through it a little too quickly, and even how they did some of the scenes with the Christmas Present. I felt like they could add more scenes with Bob Cratchit and stuff, and I felt like the movie was rushed, and I didn't like that. Other than that, this movie's fantastic, but it's just a tad rushed. And if they just, added a few extra scenes with more Bob Cratchit and more of the backstory of Scrooge, this could have been one of the best ones. But as it is, it's still a great film and definitely one of my favorites. Coming number 5 is Scrooged. Scrooge with Bill Murray. This is fantastic. This movie is directed by Richard Donner, and Bill Murray is amazing in this film. This is not the traditional Christmas Carol story and stuff. This is just Bill Murray. He's an asshole boss and stuff, and his company is doing like a TV program of A Christmas Carol, but during this time, he does get visited by 3 ghosts and stuff, and his old boss is kind of like that Jacob Marley and stuff, and his assistant is like Bob Cratchit and everything, and they dive into this character of this past, present, and yet to come, and the way they do it, it's so different. That's why I love this movie. It's different. It's more different than almost every Christmas Carol movie because it's not a Christmas Carol adaptation. It's a Scrooge adaptation. It's way different. It's much more comical. It's got great slapstick, great Bill Murray one-liners and stuff, and how they do again both the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Yet to Come is way different and stuff, and it's got a unique style to it. There are some really dark moments, and Bill Murray's speech at the ending on the television program is just such an uplifting speech, and yeah, I adore this film. There are a lot of flaws with it, but I don't care. I love this. I watch this every Christmas, and it's just so good. Coming number 4 is The Man Who Invented Christmas. Yes, I'll leave a link down below. I don't need to talk too much about this movie. I did a whole review of it. I love this movie. This movie's not strictly about A Christmas Carol. This is about Charles Dickens coming up with the idea of A Christmas Carol. Dan Stevens plays Charles Dickens. He's fantastic. You got Christopher Plummer in this movie. A lot of great actors. Great production, great cinematography. It's a great period piece movie. Again, I'll leave a link down below if you want to know my whole opinions on it, but I love this movie. It's definitely one of my favorite versions of A Christmas Carol. Coming number 3 is Mickey's Christmas Carol. Yeah, Mickey's Christmas Carol. This is so damn awesome. This is only a 40-minute movie, and it's amazing. It's fantastic. I love this movie. I have a little bit of a bias and nostalgia for it because I grew up with this movie. I think this is actually the first Christmas Carol movie I ever saw, because I saw this when I was really young. I think it was 3 or 4 when I first watched this. And I've been watching it ever since every year. I love Mickey's Christmas Carol. I love the atmosphere of it. And it's very mature and it's very dark. And this is a straight kids movie, and it's so good. It's Mickey Mouse, it's Goofy, it's Donald Duck, it's all of them, and it's amazing. It's so good. You got all the classic Disney characters in this movie, and it's awesome. I love this movie. I love how they treat Ebenezer Scrooge. I love Mickey in this movie. Mickey's so great. Seeing Mickey in his different sort of story is just, it's different, but it's awesome. I love everything about this movie. The animation, the atmosphere, the uplifting message, and just such a great, touching, and yeah. Definitely one of my favorite versions, Carol. It's a bit, I know, it's got a bit of nostalgia linked to it, which is not really fair, but yeah, well, I love it. Coming number 2 is The Muppets Christmas Carol. Everyone knew this was coming. I love this movie. I've talked about this movie a lot. I adore it. Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge was so good. You got Kermit the Frog as Bob Cratchit. You got Gonzo narrating everything and breaking the fourth wall constantly. Great. So freaking awesome. How they did Jacob Marley in this was hilarious. And this is just hilarious. It's a Muppets movie. I love the Muppets. It's not my favorite Muppets movie. It's not the classic Muppets, or it's not the 2011 movie, but this is probably my favorite Muppets movie. I love it. I think this movie's hilarious. It's got great musical numbers. It's got a great Christmas spirit. How they did it was so really good. There's dark moments. There's light moments. There's silly, goofy moments. A lot of breaking the fourth wall jokes because it's the Muppets. You gotta have that. And I love it. Great. If you love the Muppets, you can definitely understand why. But if you don't, I still think you can like this movie with it. And yeah, it's still a loyal adaptation, but it's just got more comedy in it. It's got more of the Muppet style in it, which I love. And my number 1 favorite adaptation of A Christmas Carol is, everyone knows, it's the 1984 George C. Scott version of Christmas Carol. This is the best adaptation of A Christmas Carol, hands down. It's the most loyal. It's got the best scenes. It's got the best performances. It's got more atmosphere, and yeah, everything about it's fantastic. Everything about this movie I love. George C. Scott is incredible. Best Scrooge you'll ever get. He is so freaking amazing. Michael Gough is fantastic in this movie as well. All the actors are great. How they did Bob Cratchit, how they did the nephew, how they did Jacob Marley, all fantastic good. All the spirits are really great in this movie. I love the Christmas present spirit. I love how bold and to the point he is, and some of his lines at Ebenezer Scrooge is just fantastic. How they did Tiny Tim was really great. Very adorable kid. Very sad. There's some really sad moments, really dark moments and stuff. It's fantastic. It always puts me in the Christmas spirit stuff, and I absolutely adore this film. The scene when Ebenezer Scrooge talks to his nephew is one of my favorite scenes in all of Christmas films. It's just such a heartwarming scene. It's just all about family. I absolutely adore it. And everything about this movie I adore. It's a beautifully directed, beautifully shot, wonderfully acted film, and it's hands down the best Christmas Carol movie I've ever watched. Ranking of all the Christmas Carol movies from my least favorite to my favorites. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this ranking? If not, give me your ranking of all the Christmas Carol movies in your opinion. If you've seen every adaptation, give me your thoughts on them. I have not seen all of them because there's way too many of them. But yeah, give me your thoughts and opinions. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, please subscribe to this channel and join the dots.
I want to join the dots.
Dude, this game is so unrealistic. No girl that hot would wear skimpy-ass clothes and beat the crap out of people.
Yeah, but dude, it's just a video game. Can you imagine how stupid it'd be if video games were actually realistic?
I wouldn't. Don't shoot him. What the fuck? Wow.
Stop! Why are we even fighting? Why don't we get off this stupid thing and do something productive with our lives? Look, it's only like a 4-foot drop. Ha!
Then fuck you, dude.
Defeated! I think I'm just gonna stay here.
So cyclist. Do you have any coffee?
Leon, what are you doing?
I'm saving! God, what does it look like?
It looks like he's typewriting. Dominant. This girlfriend makes this toast, so it's not funny. No, they're not. Jesus.
Help! Oh, somebody, my cat! Help
It's
me!
okay, ma'am. I'll take care of it.
You're an idiot.
You're welcome. Damn, we assist this! Man, it's no use! Everybody's camping!
Take this, you sucking f***ers! You fucking clicks! You can't even play this fucking game! Hey, suck my Is anybody out there? Hello? Mom, where's my energy drink? I don't want that chocolate milk is for pussies! Mom!
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
You don't.
I keep telling you guys you need a permit to hunt here, and now you shot at a dog because it was laughing at you? You sick bastards!
What?
Yeah, I guess that would be pretty stupid if it was all realistic.
Yeah, you're never just gonna take my word for it, are you?
Oh! Time for my rollerblade lessons. See ya! Whoa. Oh, jeez.
Only we go roleplay. Oh.
No! Just
You completely forget. Kills him.
To see bloopers and a scene from Pong and Pac-Man, click the link in the description below. Oops. Click the subscribe button to get an extra life. Click it. Get a life. Get it? Get a life. It's a joke. You're supposed to laugh at the jokes. Hey, let's bring our kids to a rated R movie so they can cry and scream the whole time. Shut up! I wish I could quit you. Dude, this movie is so unrealistic. No super manly cowboys would ever have a secret relationship together.
I'm who have to tell you, it would be stupid if movies were actually realistic. Shaken, not stirred. Hey, you all, monsieur? This tastes like arse.
Well, oh.
Dude, check it out. If we extract this DNA, we can make real life dinosaurs.
Wait, hold on. If we aren't careful, then these dinosaurs could get loose and then kill everyone.
Oh my god. But raptor babies would be so cute.
Right. You're it.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep that rolling, and then we could catch some ghosts.
You just want to record us having sex, don't you?
Shit!
Sir, I am unable to see with all these lens flares.
Whoa, even my body has lens flares.
What is this?
That sucks. Well, at least they look pretty cool.
I did. Oh,
Hey, are you Bill?
Yeah.
wow. Good joke.
Look, Toto, a tornado. Maybe it'll whisk me away to a better place where I'll learn the value of family and become a better person. Take me to a better place. Whee!
She never was very bright.
Wow.
You want to race, bro? I only race for pigs, bro. I'm not too pro, bro. Cool, let's race, bro. 3, 2, 1, bro!
Salt.
So you're telling me that if I put this ring on, I'll become invisible?
Yep.
That's right. Keep scrubbing. Yes. Oh,
What are you doing in here?
this ring isn't making me invisible?
That's from a Cracker Jack box.
Oh, damn it, Gandalf!
Wow.
All right, ladies. There's nothing standing between the monsters and humanity's destruction except for our robots. Now, are you ready to kick the monster ass with the robots, or
Sir, yes, sir!
to battle?
Wow.
We're
Yep.
See? I told you there'd be blood.
The Dark Chronicle.
Whoa! This ability is gonna change our lives.
hell. With this power, we could change the world.
Yeah.
You guys too?
Yeah, I do reckon that
Wow.
would be quite preposterous.
Darn tootin'.
Well, I better go tend to the cattle.
Hold up now, partner. Try that one thing. You know,
Yeah,
that
read this.
one thing we've always wanted to try.
You mean that thing?
Yeah. Get the lights.
Okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck are they
Eating
doing?
mac and cheese in the dark is even better than I thought.
I know. To see bloopers and a deleted scene from Warm Bodies,
I think I love you.
click the video right here. You just flicked in my face.
I don't believe it.
Thanks for doing that little subscription thingamajiggy. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go eat some more mac and cheese. Yeah!
thought they were having sex.
Shut up! Please welcome the 20th person to play Doctor Who. Dude, this show is so unrealistic. They change who plays the Doctor so much it can one these days. Kevin Hart.
You do realize how stupid these TV shows would be if they were actually realistic, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should show you then.
What are you
Really?
looking at?
Breaking Bad.
I'm really sorry to tell you, Walter, but you do have cancer.
Oh my god, I have a brilliant idea to set my family up for life. Meth can't be that hard to make, right? Never mind.
LOL. Wow.
Hi, Penny. You are very, very pretty, and I was wondering if maybe you wanted to play Magic the Gathering with me.
I'm at least an 8, and you're like pi. Get it? 3.14. You're basically ugly as f***, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go jump into a wood chipper.
Wow.
Wait, I'm hot and blonde. I'm gonna have the best person just like I did in high school.
How come no one told us it costs this much to live in New York City? So no one told
Wow.
you life was gonna be this rough. You're living in a dumpster and you're broke as f***.
Yeah.
Quickly, deliver this message to Tigwin Lambaster and tons of people are going to die.
All right. Hey, is it the tall bearded guy or the little midget?
No. I believe it's the guy that runs through the forest in the second episode of season 2.
Oh, the one with the fake hand that bangs his sister. Wait. No. Wait, is it the skinny guy that got his balls chopped off? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me call the author.
George Double R. Martin speaking.
So, who exactly is Tigwin Lambaster?
How the f*** should I know? Alright, who are we gonna kill today?
Oh my god. Dynasty.
Hey, y'all want to shoot a duck? Yeah, as long as it ain't gay.
Bloody hell! I can't believe people watch this rubbish!
Who cares? We're bloody rich.
Yeah.
Ladies, honey bath now, please.
Supernatural.
We're hot. We don't need a good story. Yeah, just look at my abs.
Sherlock.
This man is obviously the killer, you twat.
I know that.
As soon as we entered, I noticed he had a slight scuff mark on the inside sole of his shoe, and his tread is full of a rare Chinese clay. That clay can only be ordered online on a Tuesday morning in late July. While I was looking around, I also noticed that he walks with a slight limp on his left leg, which is common of a Brazilian Tai Chi fighter. And there's only one dojo in London that teaches Brazilian Tai Chi, meaning that this man's alibi is false. With this in mind, I also noticed that his allergies match the blood type found on the victim's shirt collar. So with all these clues put together, this man is the killer. You dumb f***, he's holding a bloody knife.
Wow.
Dang it. Which of these three houses will Jack and Susan buy? The Haitian War Zone bungalow, the historical murder cabin with a beautiful lake view, or the from Breaking Bad, which is still on fire. Can we see some other houses? No way. Choose now or die.
I'm a big fan of Breaking Bad, so I'll go with that one. Oh my God, Walter White, I'm your biggest fan. Oh my God, I'm on fire!
He died.
I guess you're right. It would be pretty stupid. Please welcome the 20th person to play Doctor Who. Ian. What? Hold on, what?
No, don't worry. They'll just replace you in like a year anyway.
I have located the newest Doctor Who. Exterminate!
That is the lamest thing I've ever seen.
It's
It
a
looks
dollar.
like a 30-year-old dildo.
Yeah, Grandma, is this yours?
I know, right? Well, that
fucking
didn't last
killed
very
him.
long. Please welcome the 22nd person to play Doctor Who. He's handsome and heroic.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to be Doctor Who.
This dips into the water thingy.
Fuck my life.
They should really do that.
Wait, I do look like an old dildo. Greetings, Earthlings. To see Smosh Games play the hilarious mobile game Heads Up, click the video on the right.
Harrison Ford, and he goes into a place where they
Indiana
like,
Jones.
Alima.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah, but which one?
Indiana Jones in the Temple of Skulls?
No!
And to see bloopers and a deleted scene from American Idol.
Congratulations! You have convinced your entire city to vote for your marginally talented ass.
Click the video on the left. If you have not subscribed yet, exterminate the subscribe button.
No! Not you again. Well, I think I'm gonna stop the live stream here. Stop the live stream here, so yeah.